we should be all good here. Um, Hello everyone. Uh, Amen here. Just a quick update. Last session was a great disaster in trying to record. So, brief summary. Group got a second mission. They went off to go down and grab something. Uh, they found a few chests, and they found a dragon and fought some monsters. And today's session will actually pick up right before they leave, and it will pick up with our player, who's our lively druid, uh, doing something. So please go on ahead.
All right. Well, first I'm going to check if this door is locked.
It is unlocked.
I'm going to very quietly open it so as not to startle this thing into shooting lightning at my face.
Alrighty. Roll me a door opening roll, which is just basically stealth.
Hey, not bad.
Okay, so you open it up gently enough, and you're able to go on through.
All right, I'm going to very quietly in the nicest possible voice try to talk to this thing, get it to wake up.
Alrighty.
In like,
So, as you try to wake this dragon up, you hear the soft rumble under your feet, and its eyes open right in front of you. Who shall wake me?
hello, sir. I'm just a simple dragonborn druid. I was hoping I could take some notes on you for the bestiary I'm trying to.
You know, I haven't seen another dragonborn down here in quite a while. What shall you want to know?
Just anything about you, friend. I see we are also the same, have somewhat of the same ancestry. We're both blue.
I see. Now, I will only tell you if you unbound me. And he lifts up two of his chains on his side and up his wings. And you see that it's clamped on down pretty good with like iron. There should be a key in one of the chests in this area. If you do, I will be more than happy to provide any and all information.
Awesome. That sounds easy enough. I'll check if my teammates have found a key because we've opened quite a few chests here.
As you ask around, you are able to find that there is an unopened chest. Actually, did you do you remember if you already opened up that chest? Like
That
up
one?
here? I would say that you haven't yet.
You talking about this one up here in the little
Yeah,
corner?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was the one that exploded with the had all the emeralds in it.
Oh, okay. And then the one down here, did you open?
I don't recall. I don't know if we opened it after we fought all the statues or not.
Okay. Yeah, you. I don't think you have done it yet, because I think the original.
Okay.
So yeah, there's currently that chest, and as you
I'm
open
gonna
it,
go ahead and open that.
you see inside a journal, in addition to a key. And inside the journal, it's just full of. What languages do you have again?
Um, let me check real quick.
Yeah, let's check. Uh,
There you go.
okay, so you actually are able to read this because it's all in um, the language of Elvish, which is really similar to Sylvian. And you are able to see that there are documents of variety of dragons, including the aforementioned blue dragon that's in the other room. And it's under the name of Volo.
I'll pack that away for another time to read. But I'm gonna take the key back to that dragon and let him out.
Alrighty. So, as you unshackle the thing, you see its wings sort of wink come out, and you see it crush right up through the ceiling of the dungeon, and you see a big natural light. No, young dragon humanoid. And you see it close its eyes, and a huge light comes right on from its forehead and comes straight at you. And you're suddenly filled with knowledge of what uh, this dragonborn has, including some of the like its powers that's much similar to yours, and any other important information relating to it. And it flies on out. Now, you feel a sudden urge or a sudden feeling around you as you and all the rest of the party members teleport towards Bacon. And you get your pay of 50 gold pieces, and everyone else does. Two of the party members leave for various reasons, and that leaves you to wandering around the city a bit. Sometimes I hate this mouth. Um, so let's go on to the two new party members who have joined us this week. Um, since one of them has already completed their cheat already, let's start with Macintosh. Give us a little bit of description of your character.
Oh, he's typical dwarf. Nothing too incredibly uh, outstanding about him. A little bit under average height, but got a pretty stocky build. Uh, doesn't seem to be wearing anything specifically fancy. Pretty well commoner's clothes. Uh, with him, you can see he's got a few weapons on hand. Uh, things like a couple of hand axes and a couple of scimitars. Uh, for the most part, he's, well, as you would imagine most dwarves to be. He's got a kind of a scraggly beard, nothing too long. You could tell he's fairly young for a dwarf, especially one out and about adventuring. Um, but he's got this uncanny smile on his face almost all the time. Seems pretty happy-go-lucky.
All right. And as you sort of enter into the city, um, and this is what our two new players have, is a little invitation that I described to them earlier, with a magical arrow pointing directly towards the House of 1,000 Faces.
All
So
right.
you have an option of venturing around the city a bit, or being able to, or heading directly towards the House of 1,000 Faces.
Mm, mostly interested in this invitation, uh, and not want to keep somebody waiting. He'll make his way towards the House of 1,000 Faces.
Alrighty. Um, Along your way, you see some odd new faces, and let's see. You also find, as you travel into towards the House of the 1,000 Faces, a little bitty uh, goblin baby that's venturing around the city all on his own. And he takes a little interest in you, waves, and continues down his walk.
Now, what are you doing out here all alone, lad?
Uh, as you take a good look at him, you actually do see that there is a sign around his neck. And it reads as such: Chaotic God Baby, be wary of silliness.
Oh, that don't seem normal.
He giggles a bit, and you hear him clap his hands a bit, and he just poofs. And you feel a hard thud right on top of your dwarven head.
Yeah, I'll reach up and rub my head. What the heck was that?
As you feel, it feels like another little head is on top of you. And you hear the same little giggles as before. And you see him sort of point towards where you are already heading.
Aha. All right. I guess I'll continue down the path.
And as you do, um, you are able to get there on relatively good time. And you see that this is a kind of a big place. And you head on in, and you see that there's a huge tavern inside. And you see that the arrow is pointing towards an upper room of the uh, tavern. And you see that the door is slightly open, saying, "All who have been invited, please come on in."
Okay. Um. Well, I guess I'll step in then.
Alright. Um, Nico, have you finished your character yet, or do you need a little bit of assistance?
Uh, it's not so much assistance as me just trying to figure out what the hell I want to make.
Okay, okay. Once you're done with that, oh yeah, it's level 2. Just as a little heads up. Um, so just feel free once you're finished creating. I will just go through Macintosh. Uh, yeah, so you head on up, and you see it on the inside. Oh, Siri, fun times. Uh, you enter on in, and you see that there's this huge, enormous room filled to the brim with weird and peculiar items that you have never seen before. And you see that there's this scraggly looking man, human, who walks up and extends his hand. "Hello there. I see that you have gotten the invitation. We've been looking for some new hires. I am Bacon, and currently Cinnamon K is out for business for a bit, but I'm sure that he will be back by tonight. But feel free to hang around here for a bit for some of the other players who might be coming in. But I, Bacon, will personally welcome you to the city of Neverwinter. Is there any sort of questions about payment, jobs, and all that?"
I see you got a collection of strange things here. Uh, and you're paying to collect more strange things? Is that
Yes.
what I'm understanding?
Um, you see, me and Cinnamon have set up a sort of pseudo adventurers guild where I will be giving out usually roughly 3 or so missions, and I allow the whole party to decide on what they want to do. And for each mission, depending on what it is, there's 3 levels of payment. There's 25 if you're just able to complete it, 50 if you're able to get it without causing too much of a hassle for me or Cinnamon, and 75 or sometimes 100 if you're able to get in and out without anyone noticing. Some missions you could instantly just get 100 gold pieces because usually they're a dungeon or so. Usually, sometimes we will ask you to possibly go sneak on into a ship or something, depending on what the whole party is interested.
All
Eh,
right, I'm not opposed to taking from those that have more than they rightfully deserve.
that's very
Sounds
good.
sounds fairly straightforward. Uh, all right. Should I wait for now?
Well, if you would like, you feel free to explore around the city if you would interested.
It's probably a good idea. Should probably get familiarized with the town.
I see. I would suggest you take a look up near the um, and he unfolds a mini map and hands it to you with a circle around the Talon's Tribal and Trade House and any of the ports, stuff near the ports.
All right. I'll make my way that way then. I'll
All
be
right.
back later. I imagine folk will be gathering not too long, eh?
Yes, I will be personally sending out a little raven or an animal with a little symbol on it with the image of either a bacon or if it's my partner, a little spice jar. And you should instantly know who is sending for you.
All right. I look forward to it.
And he bows his head. Best of luck.
Thank you. And I'll make my way back out and head north.
Alright. So you head on north, and you see that the trade house and the roads sort of in the northern area have been starting to build up some stands and items for sale, like small little shops. Uh,
Hmm.
and it looks like they're selling all sorts of items and like swords, fish, meat, potions, all the sorts starting to set up around the northern part, and especially around the castle Never. You see that it's just filled with banners and stuff. Which looks like a festival is about to happen any day now.
We'll find a nearby passerby, one of the locals, hopefully. Aye, what's the commotion about?
And you are able to get uh, a passing Luxodon and sort of clerical wear. And he turns, "Oh, so you must be new to town. You see, we are holding a festival for one of the major deities that's worshipped around here.
Ah, all right.
His name,
Uh,
it's a festival for Io. Io.
I'll.
Yes. And he's a major deity. Like, when you think about bosses, he's the boss of all deities. So we're doing a little festival in his honor for a whole week. So if you have any questions or if you want to join in the festivities, feel free to join on in. And he hands you a brochure with all like the events and stuff. Like
Okay.
one day it's like dancing, one is a drinking contest, all that stuff.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
The Lexodon bows and he continues on its way.
Uh, with purpose in mind, I'll keep forward and head towards the uh, the trade house, the what was that term? Menu?
Yeah, the trade house. You can just say that. uh, as you get there, you see that there's like multiple like little shops and stuff, like bigger shops than what you've seen in the uh, how along the way you get there. You see that there's mainly like three shops
Okay.
uh, that might be of use for you. The potions of plenty, the swords and Swiss army, and magic are us. Are the three main shops that are sort of open at this hour,
All right.
along with some unique little shops for food and all that.
Gotcha. We'll have a browse, if you will, look
Mhm.
around. Not very well off right now, so probably can't buy anything, but at the very least, we can have a look.
All right. Inside of the magic are us. You see that there are some basic tools for magic users to use, such as a wand, a quarterstaff, a very, very light amount of bard tools, uh, like just a guitar or whatever, flute. You see it also like an arcana thing, but you see it all along the walls, like magical
Okay.
spells and items of for magic users. For potions are potions of plenty. It's basically that. It's a lot of potions inside the store. And the Swords and Swiss Army store is just filled with countless amount of weaponry and armor, and also a smithing tool area if someone needs to custom fit an item. I want to try to arcanically infuse some magic into something.
Okay. One more time with that last bit. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's basically a variety of weapons and armors
Okay.
for adventurers, as well as a cut. It also has like a custom forge area if someone needs to custom make an item or custom fit something, or if they have some magical ability infuse their items for a small fee.
Okay.
Usually, from what you can tell, it's 5 gold pieces per enchantment, or if you have if you're not magically inclined, the proportions of enchanting items goes up if you hire someone.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Um. Well, you'll probably just walk away from that for now.
All right.
Well, actually, let's have a look at the weapons shop. I'm looking for a shield, honestly.
All right. So you enter on in, and you see that it's just, you know, weapons galore.
Okay.
And you see, there is a section called Shields for Aplenty.
Shields aplenty, eh?
And you see that they're sort of divided up between different unique abilities.
Okay.
You obviously do see the common, normal wooden shield and steel shield. The wooden shield is just the um, 5 gold pieces, but breaks easy, or 10 gold pieces for the steel, which will not normally break. And there's all sorts of custom ones that are cost way more. If you want to take a look at them.
Yeah, don't have a whole lot of coin on me, so probably not. Um, oh, for now, uh, I may be interested in one of those wooden shields, just for the moment.
Alrighty. So you grab off a wooden shield, bring it out to the front, and you see that you're able to get a good price for it for 5 gold pieces.
All right.
And the person behind the counter says, "Thank you for the purchase. Be warned, though, that type of shield could break easily if it gets in touch with any sort of magical or physical effects, such as fire, acid, poison. Well, not really poison, but you get the gist. And if
Uh,
it's too much force, it will instantly break."
all right. Appreciate the warm, and uh, it'll do the job for now, I think.
Uh, Thank you for the purchase. We hope to see you here again with swords and Swiss army.
Thank you. Okay.
Alright.
So, got that wooden shield for the moment.
And it's still like just the normal same properties for shield. There's a +2.
Okay. Afterwards, he will make his way towards the docks.
Alrighty. So, in the docks area, you will see that there are a combination between small little ship areas, like local port ships, as well as huge merchant ships. And with like a wide variety of different races, classes, all that sort of jazz. And you see, as you go to the port, a magical sign which says Neverwinter's jobs, which just list off like different little things that people around Neverwinter need assistance with, or if it's more of a permanent job, sort of what you can apply for if you have some time to spend.
Anything look promising?
Um, at the current moment, you see that there are this normal fighting club, like tournaments and stuff. Uh, you see that there are job applications for port uh, reporters, the people who like document the incoming and exporting goods. Uh, Applications for the magical guild and the uh, Neverwinter, and also like some of the similar notes that you gotten for the house for bacon and cinnamon.
I'm sorry. Did you say there was like arena fighting?
Yeah, arena fighting, which roughly pays depending on how good you do, like 50 gold pieces for a match if you do well. And there's some rules applied for the Fight Club because this is sort of an arena thing. Uh, there will be no murdering of the other fighter. Uh, Once he is down and out, the ring will heal him to 0, and you win the round. But if you outright attempt to kill him, you will be kicked out and placed on a watch list. Uh, if you do really well and win the championship, you will get 1,000 gold pieces and the top spot in like the main attraction in the city. Um, and could potentially go off and do a bigger arena fight between people around the Swords Coast with the endorsement of Neverwinter. That there would be any sort of tournament.
Well, that's piqued his interest. He's gonna make his way towards the fighting club.
Alrighty. To get to the fighting club, you actually have to board a flying vessel, because the listed area for it is in the Fisher's Float. Since the arena is inside sort of one of the major fishing lots that is renovated for the game. And you get up there, and you see that the huge arena is just filled to the max with seating arrangements. This is what you would normally see in our real world, like a UFC fight situation, where like it's a caged area that looks like it's
Gotcha.
magically entwined to like heal the fighters to 0 if they are knocked out below 0, and if there's any sort of inner or outer attacks or magical abilities that are used that go astray, they are just instantly nullified. So no matter if you throw a level 20 firebolt, instantly nullified if it hits the walls.
Gotcha. All right. Well, he'll make his way towards. I'm assuming there's a register.
Oh
Hello.
yeah. There is
Sorry I slept in today. Ugh.
oh, it's all good. It's all good. We're currently introducing 2 new people here. and
Oh, so we're just starting?
no, we started about 40 minutes ago, but it's all good. We just finished up something with Cosmic, and then we're just going through, and then one of our new players get to know the city a little bit better.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Um, you go up to the sign up area. Oh yeah, quick little thing. You get 50 gold pieces for the job. Um, everyone else gets the 50 gold who actually did finish the job. The two who joined you have already left, and everyone else is just venturing around the city. So you're doing whatever you want to do. Um,
So we get 50 gold.
yeah, 50 gold. You you go up to the signature area, Macintosh, and you see that behind the table is a small little buffed up goblin, and like, so you're are you here to sign up or put down some bets? Because currently we're out of fighting season at the current moment, but we'll be starting back within a week.
I'd like to register myself for the season then.
Aye. Well, I would like to know a little bit more about yourself. Just, you know, you don't have to go into details, but, just what type of, you know, are you a magic user or are you more of a fisticuffed person using weapons?
Oh, I tend to stay away from the magic. I'm more of a brutal, well, shall we say, frontline combat.
Aye, I see. Would you like to use weapons or just normal stuff?
Uh,
Normal fists.
Weaponry preferred.
Alrighty. So, he checks write down a few things and check two check marks. And he looks over to you. May I have a name? Or if you would prefer, a stage name.
I've not earned a stage name yet. Family just calls me Grizzlin.
Aye, Grisland it is then. And he writes down the name. And you see that he just puts your little thing inside a box and it just teleports. And you see your name appear behind him on a massive board. Pops up Challenger and your name, but 0G next to it.
That's a nifty system you got there.
It is. We recently installed it. We have to thank the new, alchemist who made it for us. It seems like there's a lot more of those around here now.
Gotta find a way to make life easier, eh?
It is.
Thank you. I'll be back.
And he bows his head, and you head on up. Now, Nico, you all good now, or ye?
I think so.
All right.
Feel free to reintroduce me, but yeah, I slept right through my alarm today.
Yeah. Yeah. We can do sort of introductions to characters in a bit once everyone's like together. But
Sounds
yeah.
good.
Nico, feel free to sort of introduce your character. I don't expect a whole novel about your character, but just give a little bit about them.
Well, they are small looking goblin type creature, but looking closer at them, they aren't exactly a goblin.
Hmm.
Um, she's actually a Verdon. Uh, kind of pale green skin, got some characteristics that could indicate she's a goblin, but again, not a goblin. Uh, Dressed up jewelry, uh, making this up on the fly. Uh,
Let's go over like character's personality and then physical description, including like equipment you might be carrying that's visible. You know?
Well, you don't have to go into that details just yet. Like just that, so we would get,
uh,
Just make it up as you go along.
yeah.
that's quite literally what I'm doing, but
Alright.
my brain is like a car that wants to turn over, but it just keeps chugging at the moment.
Sometimes just role playing your character is a good way to flesh
Yeah.
them out.
Let's,
That's what I normally do. So
Huh.
I've got a picture vaguely of
Perfect.
what they look like, and then that's about it.
and that's good enough for me for right now. So,
Phew.
you enter into the city, and just like I said before, you do have a little card that sort of is the invitation with the arrow pointing directly towards the House of a Thousand Faces. And just like with Macintosh, I will allow you to choose uh, if you want to venture around the city a bit or head straight towards the uh, place.
Uh, Head straight towards the place.
Alright, so you head straight towards it, and you enter on, and same sort of deal. You see that you see that the arrow points towards the door with the same sort of like if you have an invitation, come on in. And for the yeah, you see basically the same sort of things.
Okay.
I assume that you are entering on in, so you um
Yes.
yeah, bacon like I see a new face here. I would presume to you to be here for a job arrangement.
Yes, you'd be correct.
Aye. Well, I believe there might be enough people here for a start of a job. And he sends out. He creates 5 illusions of birds, of ravens, with a little emerald necklace with a bacon symbol on it, and it flies all the way, and uh, the players that are not here in that room, you all get them.
Interesting.
Ah, he said it'd be coming. Guess I'll make my way back.
And it would seem that all of you sort of head towards the place, and Bacon reintroduces himself towards Nico and Macintosh. It's nice to see you both again. And I would like to sort of reiterate for the 2 newcomers, uh, the payment system for the jobs are 25, 50, 75, sometimes 100, depending on the item. And I'll details about the requirements to get this certain amount as I describe the job. But is there any sort of questions, concerns? Oh, I almost forgot. Cinnamon! And you hear sort of clattering around of items. And you see a half orc come on out. A male half orc in artificial clothes. Like, hello there. It's nice to see you. I'm sorry that I haven't met you all personally before, but I was clearly busy with some other arrangements at the moment. But I thought I should be here to introduce myself and give you guys your first job. Now, I have roughly three jobs that you can do, and it's clearly up to whatever you guys want to do. One of them is delivering a sort of item, a special item for me to a purchaser in the city of Waterdeep. And I would like you all to sort of transport it and protect it.
Seems simple enough.
Second one, I would like you to try to acquire a special animal for me. And that's currently aboard a ship off the coast. And lastly, there seems to be a unique little port area that I would like you all to check out. I heard rumors that there might be a unique item there, a, which is sort of a dagger, from what I heard, that might be helpful for some of our fishermen in our community.
Interesting.
Now, feel free if you don't want to choose whatever one, and I can detail about how we can arrange your payment.
Oh, I know I am quite interested in finding out more information about this creature on the ship.
Yes, we heard, or at least rumored, that it might be of some draconic background, and it's a new species that is found from the island, the Mars Isles. And I
You
would,
want us to capture a dragon?
well, we're not sure that if it is even a dragon. We heard that it might be of draconic background.
Ah, right.
Shouldn't be too hard. We did just free that dragon.
You did what?
Oh shit. Can I get a recap?
Oh, Cosmic, would you mind explaining what you did?
Yeah. So, MG, do you remember that dungeon
No,
that we?
we ended up we were fighting the statues, and there's the dragon in the next room.
Yeah, we beat up on the statues, and since my character is riding a bestiary, I had him go in, talk to the dragon. The dragon was like, "Yeah, free me, and I will give you what you need." And I found a key, let him go. He beamed some information into my forehead, and
Uh,
he flew off. Yeah, so that's where we're at now.
And you see Cinnamon sort of put his hand on his face. Alright, alright. Hopefully that dragon will not try to attack us. Anywho, um, for that specific job, I would like you to try to not cause too much of a commotion so the crew will not get in touch with any other people. By whatever method possible, you can do it, but make sure to not try to get noticed by other people outside of that boat. Currently, I know that the ship name is the merchant ship Penzance, and I believe there are currently roughly 4 crew members, including captain.
You got on the name.
Uh, the ship name is Penzance. And it's currently manned by 4 people. Hello? Hello, hello, hello. Did I just get Kent?
No, you're still
Yeah.
here.
Okay. All good? You guys heard me?
Manned by 4 people.
Okay. So you all sort of get that detail rundown. I believe you can find this creature on the bottom level. And to be honest, I would like to try to get it back alive, not dead. I will personally send for a resent send for a few men to pick up the creature once it comes, and have you put it inside of a crate. Now, is there any other questions, or if you want to choose one now, feel free to ask.
Well, team, any recommendations?
Let's go get the dragon creature. It sounds like you have experience with that sort of thing.
I was hoping you'd say that. All right, Cinnamon. Where is this boat? Is it in the river or is it in the port?
It is currently docked in the port. It should be right in port number 1, which is right there. That one, the topmost one. Actually,
What
no,
time of day is it?
I changed my mind. It's actually right over here, after this port right there. And it is currently about 5 p.m. Sword Coast time.
All right. If we're trying to do this unnoticed, maybe best to do so under the cover of night.
Well, like I said, if it doesn't matter as long as you don't try to get any attention.
We only need to keep people from knowing who you are off the boat. Anybody on is fine.
Yes. Actually,
Excellent. Easy.
if you're able to not get identified, you'll get the full money if you're able to get both the items and not get recognized. 50 if you're able to get the thing off alive without, causing too much of an issue. And 25 if you're just able to get it off no matter what.
Hmm.
How does that sound to you, Grislin? And Nico, what was your character's name again?
Joris.
Grislin and Joris, are you guys okay with
Sounds fine to me.
Walk on a ship, walk off with a creature. Gotcha.
And I would like you all, as you go along to get there, to sort of get to know each other a little bit. I know that we've recently been getting new faces around here. So it'd be best to sort of get to have your guys' characters get to know each other a bit.
Makes sense to me.
And I assume that during the time you sort of get to know each other and you can describe each other right now and introduce. Um, or we can just jump right into the mission.
Yeah, suppose we can go through some role play stuff.
Hayen, would like to begin with you.
What's up?
Maybe? MG,
Yes?
would you
Uh,
like to start?
Oh, sorry, I am really dizzy today.
it's all good. It's all good. Just take your time.
Yeah, yeah, Ian is kind of a half-elf dude. He looks like he's got a big robe on himself that's dark purple. He looks to be kind of a talk your way through things people by his demeanor and the like. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of a fast talker, as you might have noticed the previous times he's been around. But he's also fairly decent with a blade when it comes to it. But he usually prefers to talk his way through things, which also ends up talking into things. And that's his character. Anywho,
Yeah, so mine is blue dragon blood dragonborn druid. He's from some place that doesn't have a very diverse animal life, so he's trying to travel, fill up a bestiary with new things that he can see. He's a very soft talking, not very aggressive individual.
Grizzlin's not. He's not on the extreme of either being brash or soft spoken. He tends to have a smile on his face. Tends to be uh, pretty level headed for the most part, um, and generally just kind of friendly. And he's clearly out to make a little bit of coin and see some adventure, see some of the world. She's being harassed by her children right now. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. Boop 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 boop.
Sorry. Give me 1 second.
It's all good. Just take your time. Um, I'll let sort of do a rewind afterwards to let her introduce her character. But you guys are able to get to the boat pretty quickly, and you sort of see that uh, the captain and the one of the crew members are currently on board.
So it's just the captain and one crew member that we can tell so far on the
Tell-
top deck.
On the top deck.
I'm gonna look to my druid friend. You got any spells that can knock someone out?
Let me check. I know Off the bat right now, I have Thorn Whip. I could try to entangle them, but that's not exactly good for combat.
Right.
Best I can do at the moment is Thorn Whip.
Have we thought of possibly just trying to walk aboard as though we belong on that ship?
We can try. Friendly approach is a good approach.
Could always try what we did that first mission. You guys do the friendly approach, and I sneak in.
It's for me.
All right. As you guys are bored and stuff, you see that the captain and the entrance is sort of right here. Like the imagine the board being like this side. Just as a point of reference of um, you see that the captain sort of gets to the balcony. Say, how may I be of service to you? Dragonborn.
Well, Captain, I've heard some rumors that this ship may be carrying some interesting creatures, and I have been just dying to get some more information about new things.
Well, I believe you heard right. Currently, we are shipping out a new animal to a researcher up north. Now, if you know, if you are somewhat interested, I might be able to bargain and look at the other way for certain objects or tasks.
Well, uh, I'm not sure how much money I would be able to give you. What are you asking for?
Well, I would say with the thing that I'm carrying, uh, I would say mm, 250 gold pieces.
I don't know if I can do that, but if you have some broken equipment, I could always fix that.
Hmm. Well, I do know of some things that might be of repairing. And he looks down at the wheel and the three masks. And as you sort of take a look at them, they all seem to be extremely torn apart. Especially the one in the middle seems to be the most ripped through out of all of them. If you're able to get through to repair that, then I might reduce the price to 100 gold pieces.
This might take some time, as there are quite a few tears in this fabric.
All right. So I would say it takes you roughly an hour to get the mask up to working par. Or at least getting, like the sails and stuff to, look good. With the wheel, um, what's your magic ace?
Difficulty challenge.
Yeah, difficulty challenge.
Is 13.
13. Roll me, uh, what's your spell casting modifier?
Wisdom?
Yeah, roll me a straight wisdom. Oh, yeah, okay. With that 23, you can amplify your mending spell for the duration of the day, for the rest of the day, to just being able to repair all the masks to at least working condition and not look like there has been a major like thunderstorm. And it looks to be, and all things sort of look to be in working order. And the captain sort of looks around, says, "Hmm, with this kind of tools, I might even hire you aboard. In fact, I love how much you worked. I'll reduce it down to 50 gold pieces."
Well, that sounds like a good deal, friend.
Alrighty, just bring over the money, and I'll provide you the creature.
There you go.
Alrighty, hold on. And you see that he gladly takes the money, counts through it, and I presume that you did fork over 50 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so you hand over the money. And he nods towards the crew member that's sort of above the thing, the trap door. And it sort of opens up. And you see that there seems to be a large cage.
How large?
Uh, let's see. Like 10 by 10.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's a pretty large cage.
And you see that inside there seems to be what has been told by Cinnamon to be a sort of conic looking creature. However, it's not in any way looking like a dragon. And looks like a combination of variety of draconic humanoids and stuff. And it's just sort of hissing around, confused and dazed.
You said somewhat draconic humanoid or something?
Kind of, yes. For reference,
You got an image?
yeah, I'm actually bringing it up right now.
Shoot.
D&D. Let me pull this up. Let's see. Do you know the cover of Eberron, the last rising of from the um, last war or whatever? Let's see. This,
The
yeah,
one with
yeah,
like the Warforged and the gnome.
yeah. It's from the back cover of it. That's what you see.
So a
I'm bringing it up right now because I just downloaded it.
this.
Yes.
Oh, so it's a Velociraptor
Yeah,
thing.
Velociraptor. But of course, your characters don't know that.
Where the blazes did you find this thing?
Well, apparently, some jackass over in the mosses have um, done a little bit too much of being a god. And as you can clearly see, this is one of the creatures that he created.
Huh. Never seen something like that before.
Of course, but I do have to warn you. There is a reason why we keep it in a cage.
Because it'll maul your face off the moment it gets.
Of course. And I'd rather not have a potential buyer in the future. And especially one who has such amazing skills to not be able to come on back here.
Can somebody do me a favor and hold my armor while I do one thing?
Sure.
I am going to wild shape into this thing.
You don't need to take your armor off to wild shape. It just like swooses into you.
Okay. Just kind of voids in.
Yep. Same with any other equipment.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get this thing to follow me as a velociraptor.
So, you're able to, let's see, I'm going to pull up the stats for it right now, just so I can.
Are you looking at the stats for the raptor?
Yes.
Is there anything specific you need to know?
Um, Actually, since you did morph, I would like you to try to persuade it into following you. Seeing that it is a new creature. And since you did wild morph, I will allow you to have advantage.
Excellent. Should I give an animal handling roll then?
Yes. 22. So you're able to sort of coax it into, following you and seeing that it's one of its own. And you're able to get it off the boat and sort of, without causing too much of a hustle. And as stated by uh, Cinnamon, or whoever, yeah, Cinnamon, he sent a few men to grab the cage, and it was able to be carried all the way back to the House of a Thousand uh, Faces. And all of you sort of are able to head on back.
Huh. Well, that was easy.
And you see Cinnamon sort of standing out the door. Great job with the situation. I got a good explanation of what happened. Now, as a thank you for being able to bring this all the way without causing any commotion, I will throw in a bonus, as well as compensating you uh, um, of an additional 25 gold pieces. So all of you, except for Newman, which you will get 175, all gold pieces.
How many you cut off?
For everyone else except for Cosmic, you get 125. Cosmic, you get 175 for compensation for the 50 gold pieces that you spent.
Much appreciated. There wasn't much to get this creature out of a ship, though. It did not seem to enjoy it.
Of course. And I will be able to get some documentation on this creature. And then I will be able to let it go one way or another. Now, if you all would like, I could send you off on another mission, or I'll let you all sort of get to know each other a bit more.
I think it'd be nice to have a break. You guys want to go to a tavern?
That sounds like a plan to me. The Velociraptor's form kind of made me a little thirsty.
Could always use a drink.
Well, I would recommend it either here or at the Driftwood Tavern, which is right up near the docks. I heard they have very good mead.
My apologies. I'm gonna step out. I got a headache forming pretty bad.
Okay, okay. Do what you need to do. And yeah. But Do you guys want to stay in the tavern or head on out?
I mean, if we're already here,
All right. So all of you are able to get a seat and purchase. Um, a waiter actually comes on up. Is there anything that you specifically would like to order today? And she hands you a list of all the meads and stuff. And there's the average, cut of the mill uh, drinks and stuff. And you see that there's a Neverwinter House of a Thousand Faces. Mead.
Ooh, that sounds pretty nice.
yeah, we're gonna need to have a taste of that.
Definitely. Oh, man, I'm still tired. Ugh, you ever go to sleep and you have one of those dreams that's really intensive so that you just feel even tireder after waking up?
Yes, and I imagine that you already started drinking. And,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
and this is just you in character right now.
Oh, totally.
And
Look with breakfast.
uh, you're able to sort of drink your stuff for a good gold piece. The tab in total is one gold piece for one of you.
Now we're talking. This must be the good stuff.
And it's a little above what good stuff you would get.
You know what? Treat yourself.
And yeah, you all sort of get to know each other better, and of course we're going to expand that a little bit later. But yeah, you all sort of do what you need to do, and you all sort of get a good drink in. And and actually, is there anything that you guys want to specifically do? Like go out and grabbing some items or purchase? Because I know, Helen, MG, you were not here earlier, but
Sorry about that.
it's all good. It's just you missed out on the three main shops in the near the trade house area of the Potions of Plenty, uh, Swords and Swiss Army, which is a weapons and shops, and magic something. I'm forgetting its name. Um, but sells all magical items and stuff. And the potions and planes, of course, it's potions. And there's a huge festival that's starting up. And there's a lot of stands of stuff that, if you're looking for it, you can go grab.
Nothing in particular that I was thinking.
Alright. And with that, I'll think if there's nothing you guys want to do. I'll leave it on a high note. You all sort of sitting around a table and drinking.
Grislin, did you want to check out the Fight Club?
What's that?
Did you want to check out the Fight Club?
I had already gone up there and signed up for the Fight Club. They said they'd be busy or they wouldn't get started for another week.
Alright. Well, if there isn't anything really you guys want to do, let's end this session right here. if that's all right with all of you. So we can.
Sorry, I was.
It's all good. Just make sure you get all the rest you need.
Oh,
Just make sure. And yeah. Thank you all for coming on by. Um, I appreciate you people who stuck around or is going to watch this later on my YouTube. And I would like to say thank you to all my players who joined today. And I would like to just do a little announcement because I was thinking of doing it on my YouTube channel, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. I am planning on uploading all my streams to all of my Dungeons and Dragons streams in 2 weeks. Like, starting in 2 weeks, all my Dungeons and Dragons streams are going to be going on to my other YouTube channel of Heart of the Talk, which used to be my Dungeons and Dragons tabletop podcast, but I'm going to incorporate that with all my Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm going to start uploading my other streams and stuff onto my main. So I will appreciate you all coming on by. Thank you. Yada yada yada. And I'm gonna end my stream.